Mercury. Often cited as the closest planet to the Sun, Mercury presents a death that isn't just about the heat. Its atmosphere is so thin that it's classified as an exosphere, making it completely incapable of regulating temperature. Imagine standing on its surface. During the day, temperatures soar to 430 degrees Celsius. For context, modern NASA spacesuits are only rated to protect up to 121 degrees Celsius. This means in direct sunlight, your suit would become an oven, and you would be roasted alive inside. However, if you stand on the night side, temperatures plummet to minus 180 degrees Celsius, far exceeding the suit's lower limit of minus 157 degrees Celsius. You would freeze and shatter like cast iron. The safest place would be the Terminator zone, the line between day and night. But even there, the danger is immense. Mercury's solar irradiance is 7 times higher than Earth's. Without an atmosphere, solar radiation would shred your cellular DNA in seconds. There is no air here, so you wouldn't even be able to scream. Your death would be a thermal whiplash, caught between the furnace of a half-year-long day or the bone-chilling blackness of the night. Venus. While frequently referred to as Earth's twin, Venus is a literal hell. As you approach its yellow clouds, you would encounter a thick mist of sulfuric acid. It is so corrosive that a microscopic breach in your suit would turn your lungs into vapor instantly. Upon reaching the surface, visibility drops to 0 because the carbon dioxide atmosphere is so dense, it feels like a translucent wall. The pressure here is 92 bars, equivalent to standing 3,000 feet deep in Earth's ocean. Every bone in your body would crack and shatter simultaneously. The air is so thick that moving your limbs would feel like wading through a heavy liquid. Between the unbearable 450 degrees Celsius heat and the soul-crushing pressure, you don't just die on Venus. Your body falls victim to total compression, transforming into a flattened, scorched pillar of carbon. Earth, we must pause here to respect the internal autonomy we take for granted every single day. Earth is the only place in the solar system where nature has granted you narrative control. Our atmosphere not only provides oxygen, but acts as a shield, protecting you from the lethal radiation of space. On Earth, death is usually a natural biological process where organs slowly cease to function. But on other planets, death is an eviction notice. The universe throws you out in an instant. Earth is the only place where you have the luxury to contemplate what to do with your life. Anywhere else, your entire existence would be consumed by the desperate struggle for just one more breath. Mars. At first glance, Mars appears to be the most habitable, but it is a lethal psychological trap. Daytime temperatures of 20 degrees Celsius might seem pleasant, but it's a total illusion. As soon as the sun sets, the temperature drops to minus 130 degrees Celsius. The biggest issue is the atmosphere, which is 100 times thinner than Earth's and 95% carbon dioxide. The pressure here is below the Armstrong limit. Scientifically, this means if you stepped out without a suit, your bodily fluids, the moisture in your eyes, the saliva on your tongue, and the liquid in your lungs would begin to boil without any heat. Bubbles of gas would form in your blood, causing your body to bloat like a balloon. Combined with 100 kilometers per hour dust storms and radiation 50 times higher than Earth's, your nerves would simply wither away. Death on Mars is a hypoxic silence, where your body slowly desiccates into a frozen mummy. Jupiter. Being a gas giant, Jupiter offers no solid ground to land on. Here, you simply fall for thousands of miles. As you enter the first layer, you are met with frozen ammonia clouds, where temperatures hit minus 150 degrees Celsius. Winds howling at 482 kilometers per hour would spin your body like a toy. As you descend deeper, the darkness grows and the pressure increases until it bends the metal of your suit like paper. You would eventually reach a supercritical fluid state, neither fully gas nor fully liquid. You would try to swim, but the gravity, 2.4 times stronger than Earth's, would pull you further down. Ultimately, you would reach a layer of metallic hydrogen so dense that you'd be trapped like a stone in concrete. The core temperature here is 24,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. You don't just die here, you become an assimilated part of Jupiter's massive existence. Saturn. The iconic beauty of Saturn is the greatest deception in space. Its rings, composed of ice and debris, can obliterate any spacecraft in seconds. If you enter its atmosphere, you would be met by hurricane-force winds, screaming at 1,800 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound. These winds would literally tear your limbs apart. At its north pole lies a massive hexagonal storm so large that 2 Earths could fit inside it. As you fall, temperatures rise from minus 250 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, but don't celebrate. At that exact moment, The pressure becomes comparable to the deepest parts of Earth's oceans. Finally, you would hit its molten rocky core, which is 10 times the size of Earth and burning at 11,700 degrees Celsius. Death on Saturn is infinite fragmentation, shredded by winds and liquefied by pressure. Uranus, rotating uniquely on its side, Uranus is an ice giant that presents a frozen nightmare. As you penetrate its atmosphere, you'd be surrounded by toxic gases and a minus 220 degrees Celsius cold that slows even atomic motion. But a bizarre spectacle awaits you here. Due to extreme pressure, the methane gas in the atmosphere breaks down and turns into diamond rain. However, these diamonds won't make you rich. Driven by 900 kilometers per hour winds, they would shred your body like bullets. If you somehow survived that, the pressure, 100 times greater than Earth's, would eventually crush you. Death on Uranus means vanishing into a toxic, frozen, diamond-filled abyss. Neptune, as the farthest and darkest planet from the Sun, Neptune is home to the most violent winds in the solar system, moving at supersonic speeds. The cold would numb your nervous system before you could even feel it. Paradoxically, while its exterior is freezing, its interior is terrifyingly hot. The core reaches 7,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the Sun. You would be freezing on one side and burning from pressure on the other. Diamond rain exists here too, more than enough to erase your existence. Death on Neptune is supersonic erasure, where your identity is lost forever between infinite wind speeds and the fierce heat of the core. If you found this video valuable, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.